I think we got all the camera gear, all the food, the water, the hiking shoes, the gloves,
The hiking sticks.
the dynamite.
We are going to outlast you, Vulture, for sure. Those woodpeckers are smart little buggers. This may be our last video.
You may never see us again.
Hi, I'm Kim and this is Norm. We are part-time RVers and full-time adventurers. Living life to the fullest is our quest because, as you know, tomorrow is never promised. We about set?
I think so. I think we got all the camera gear, all the food, the water, the hiking shoes, the gloves,
The hiking sticks.
the dynamite. No dynamite.
So this is, let me get in here. This is probably the most aggressive hike we've gone in quite a while.
It's not a long hike.
No.
But evidently it's pretty steep, and they have cable drilled into the rock that you have to pull
Hold on
yourself
to.
up on.
Yep.
We'll see how we do. This is going to be a challenge.
This may be our last video.
You may never see us again. Actually, I guess if you're watching this video, we survived the hike. Spoiler alert.
I did. You don't know this, but I did actually send the All Trails hiking map to the kids. So
Just in case.
but I think that's a good idea to let your family know where you're off to and what you're doing.
Yeah, always.
This is a well-traveled trail. It's called the Hunter Trail at Picacho Peak, and it was recommended by friends of ours that if we could manage it, we really ought to do it.
Yeah.
So hey, dare to dream, dare to adventure.
Dare to die.
You big wimp.
I'm not a wimp. We're going on a hike. Let's do this.
So gorgeous here.
So they have two parking lots, a lower and an upper. The upper is really small, and Kim's gonna get me with these walking sticks.
I'm going to get ya.
So the upper parking lot's pretty small, so be prepared to start your hike from the lower parking lot just to get to the upper parking lot.
Or start a little earlier than we did.
That might work. We are going to trust our limits today. We're going to go until
we don't want to go anymore.
until we know it's time to turn around.
Yep.
Wherever that is. We're pretty good at that.
We are.
We did that on our hike in Maui that we never showed you. But that was
It was a longer hike than we expected.
right. We didn't know it was such a long hike, and we just, after a while, we decided that was enough. We needed to have some energy to get back.
Yep. So we did.
It's good advice. Life of a YouTuber on a hike. You go about 20 steps, and then you gotta stop to take pictures.
It's a good excuse for a rest.
Well, we at least fit the criteria of not being under 10.
There we go. I don't know that we have knee or ankle conditions,
No,
but we are not,
we are experienced hikers,
to a certain extent. I say go for it.
but we're not in the best of shape. So, like we just said, we're gonna turn around whenever we're ready to turn around.
Fingers crossed that we're going to make it all the way.
Breathing heavy.
For good reason.
Breathing heavy and sitting down. This is a steep hike. Take a look. It's hard to tell on the camera, but we've got a long ways to go to get to the top.
Yep. So we can go at our own pace. This is great. It's beautiful, and it's the perfect weather. It's overcast. It's in the mid to high 60s, and I wouldn't want to do this in the heat of the day,
Yeah.
the heat of the summer.
No, they tell you to bring more water than you think, and they mean it.
Yeah.
Yep. Even on a cloudy day, we're going through the water pretty fast.
We're in Picacho Peak State Park, and we are on the Hunter Trail. It's a difficult, and I can attest to that, a difficult 1.6 mile trail each way. It begins at the north side of the Barrett Loop and goes to the top of the peak. The trail climbs a resistant path typical of the Sonoran Desert.
We got to first get way over to there, and then it doubles back up that way.
The route is steep and twisting with steel cables, and we've already experienced that, but as we look up above us and see the people above us, I think there's going to be a lot more steel cables. Anchored in the rock where the surface is bare. Gloves are strongly recommended, and we did bring some. A difficult but rewarding hike. I'm looking forward to finishing it. I really want to finish it if we can. But we will give up if it gets too hard.
And what's the elevation gain that we
The elevation gain is like 1,371 feet in that 1.6 mile. So that's a lot of elevation gain. We can do it, hun.
Deep hike. We got this. That's where we're going. Another interesting tidbit of information about Picacho Park is that this is the site of the westernmost battle of the Civil War. It was the Battle of Picacho Peak or Pass, and a little bit of history. I didn't know that. So we just ran into some other hikers, and they advised us to put our walking sticks away, put our gloves on, and get ready for the hard part of the trail.
They say it's wonderful. I'm going to call it a hell of a hike.
So we're gloving up. We're
Yep.
probably going to put the camera away and be safe.
Enjoy.
Yep. We did it.
We did it.
Made it to the top.
If we can do it, you can do it. But you know what? We're not going to really say that till we get back down.
Till we get to the bottom.
Safe and sound.
We
Oh my
made it to
gosh.
the top, but we still got to go down, and that's going to be not too easy. So
Yeah. You know, I seem to remember one of us saying when it gets tough,
when the going gets tough.
when the going gets tough, the tough gets on their butt.
Yeah, that was you.
That was me. I can't even remember.
You said it better the first time.
Yeah, I did. We might cut that part out.
So yeah, here we are at the peak, and you know the trail guide said difficult hike. This gets to a point where it's no longer a hike; it's a scramble.
Yeah.
So be aware of that.
Yep.
And make sure if you decide to do this, you have the right kind of shoes, good hiking shoes, and some
Hiking
good
gloves.
gripping gloves. Yes.
Yep. And lots of water, more than you might think.
All right, let's head down.
Okay.
Trail, we're working our way down, but man, this hike is kicking our ass.
But what a sense of accomplishment.
Well,
So-
yes.
Was when we get to the bottom. So I was telling Norm, so far we've been hiking how long? A little over 5 hours
Yeah.
for basically a 3.2 mile hike. I ran a marathon years ago. It's about how long it took me to run my marathon.
Yeah, you did the marathon faster than this hike.
Yeah.
All right, you see that up there? That's a vulture right on the top of that rock. It's looking at us thinking we're dinner.
Kind of scary when a vulture is watching you go down the mountain.
It's like, those two people are not going to survive, and I am going to have a feast.
We are going to outlast you, vulture. For sure. We got this.
There it is. That's what we did. That's the peak.
That's the peak. We climbed up that. It's deceiving because you climb to the saddle and then you drop down and then you got to climb back up with technical climbing with, what do you call those wires on either side? Cables.
Yeah, cables, big cables.
Big cables on either side and pulling yourself up. And you know what? We did it.
We did.
We started together. We're ending together.
Now we need some food.
We need some food, but we got back before sunset.
Ready for a bike ride?
I am so ready for a bike ride. We've been in the trailer all day long.
Yes.
Working.
So the real question though is, are your legs up for a bike ride?
Oh my gosh, they are so sore. I have to go down these steps 2 feet on each step. They're so sore, but it was so worth it.
And why are they sore?
Because we hiked all the way to the top of Picacho Peak, and it took us 7 hours. And when I look on the site, and it talks about all the hikes and everything,
Right.
It says it'll take you 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, well, for a 20-something, maybe. We're not 20-somethings anymore.
But we did it.
Let's go for a bike ride.
All right, let's go. Oh, ow. Ouch. Oh man.
Those calves, huh? Or
No,
thighs.
my thighs. My calves are fine, but my thighs are just killing me.
Good thing we have e-bikes.
I'm going to be throttling the whole way.
Find what you want.
Yeah, I don't think I need a whole lot.
Well, we made it out of the visitor center with a couple of little trinkets. We got us a sticker for the trailer and a magnet for the magnet board that Kim is making for us, or supposed to be making for us. But we'll get it done, maybe. She's a procrastinator. Not usually.
Can we stay longer?
Gotta get to Vegas, baby. All right, here's a healthy saguaro cactus. Beautiful next to a dead one. Interesting to see what these things look like after they die and what was on the inside of them. They've got these individual fibrous poles that go up, and the cactus material around the edge that holds the water, the meat. So in case you've never seen what a dead saguaro looks like, there you go. Very strong skeleton to those things. No wonder they can grow. I think they can grow like 40 feet tall.
And they grow for hundreds and hundreds of years. They're just really amazing plants. I'd like to come here sometime and see the flowers blooming on them. I've looked at pictures and they're just gorgeous, and they're supposed to have just a wonderful smell.
So a little information on the campground here at Pinocchio. Picacho Peak State Park.
Yes.
I got it.
You got it.
There are 3 loops, A, B, and a C, and each one has 25 or 6 or 7
So there's a little under
sites.
80, 90 campsites here.
Closer to 80 campsites. And they all have
electric. No water, no sewer, but they do have a dump station, and typically they have potable water, but not this year.
Right, and not to the campsites. The only thing at the campsite is electricity.
Yep.
Both 30 and 50 amp.
Yeah, and they have a horseshoe pit.
Yeah.
They have a playground.
And did we mention they have an awesome hike to the peak?
I think this little bike ride has helped loosen up my thighs just a little bit.
Oh, and bathrooms. They have great bathroom facilities and showers.
Yes.
Oh, and price. We're not remembering exactly. We'll put it on the screen for you. I think it's like $35 a night.
And in each campground, they have a picnic bench and a fire ring. They've got a place for a tent.
And a lot of the campsites have a shade covering over the table. Picnic.
Yeah. Oh, there's a certain kind of woodpecker that lives around here. And if you see the little holes in the cacti, that's the woodpecker making that hole and getting the water out of it. So,
getting a drink.
Those woodpeckers are smart little buggers. All right, I have Norm out of my hair for a little bit. I'm going to be making dinner for the next couple of nights because this is our last night with electric hookups at Picacho State Park, Picacho Peak State Park. And I'm going to call this whatever I can find out of the cupboard chili.
All right, I think this is looking like a pretty amazing dinner.
The big question is, try the bread. We've never had that before. Well, try both.
Try both.
Yeah, here, let me hold it. And you are
I'm the taste.
You're the taste tester.
All right. You know what the taste testers were back in the old days, medieval days? Those were the ones that made sure the food wasn't poisoned. And if they died, then the king didn't eat it. That is delicious. I don't know what she put in this.
It was just whatever I could find in the cupboard.
Clean out the cupboard.
Yep, chili.
This is really good. And if you really like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And then you're going to want to watch this video right over here where we show you other exciting camping spots, this time in Idaho, in the Sawtooth Mountain Range. See you in the next video.